And here we go. Okay. So at this point, you should have your exploded view plan done and approved. Okay. Once you get that approved and turn it in and, take a picture and for your own records. Hold on. I hope that's recording. We'll see. Okay, once you do this, the next thing to do is to do it in Onshape to actually build the individual pieces. And then I guess we'll do assembly next time. It's not that hard. And then we'll do technical drawing stuff. Okay, so the way you're going to do this is it is in your best. Well, just go ahead and do this. Start a new document and call it Puzzle Cube. And this is where you're going to make all of the part files, the assembly, and all the drawing files, which is the new requirements. Okay, so from your plan, just start making them. Okay, so you're gonna have 5 different parts. Key is that each individual wooden block is 3/4 of an inch. Please try to stick to that. If you are inconsistent, you'll have to redo it because it won't fit in the assembly. And these are going to be at least as fast, if not faster, than the green sheet parts. Okay. At most, you have 3 different part features. So let me just make a couple of these and I'll show you some easy mistakes to make. Firstly, shortly, as soon as I'm done here, I'll put out the snap cubes, which the snap cubes are the little plastic toys that can help you make the different parts, or at least help you prevent making a mistake. Yes, this is not Onshape, but just it's a better way of demonstrating what we're doing. So once it pops up, okay. So where were we? Depending on how your part is oriented on your blue sheet that you've completed, didn't I just open something? Wow, it's taking a long time. Oh yeah, there we go. Depending on how it's oriented on the blue sheet, it might be a confusing orientation to make it in Onshape. So it is, if you are having any sort of trouble, a good idea to get the snap cubes and make the shape, looking at your blue sheet, and then we'll give you a better idea of the best way to make the part. Okay, so it's super simple. Like if I was making this green shape, it's just a basic L with 3 blocks there and 2 blocks that way. And you can do this in this one, particularly in a single extrusion. Okay, so looking at it straight on, a rectangle that goes like this, and let's go like that. And then we just need to dimension it. Feels like it's been a long time since we've been on this. 3 blocks to the right is 2.25. Okay, you can also do, I think you can do 0.75 star 3, and it will do it for you. If you don't know the multiples of 0.75, it will handle it for you. Okay, and this one is 0.75 this way. And then it is the full L 5 block, which is a farther 1.5 that way and 0.75 that way. And do recall that if any of the edges or object lines are blue, it means that they are not constrained. Okay, so there's the finished sketch for this one. Let's look at it from a corner, although there's not really any way to mess this one up, this particular one. And we want to extrude both of these things, and we want to extrude it 0.75. Okay, please do, by please, I mean, you need to set up the colors of the part. I forget how to do this. Edit appearance, I guess. This one will go something like that. There we go. Okay, and that is it for this one particular part. Let's make a new, well, let's rename it green, and we'll make a new part studio. And I'm actually gonna just fly through these. They're not that hard. And then I'll have them for give me a second. Let's do this and then this, and I'll go like that. And we'll go back to sharing. We don't need that other one open. And full screen. Full screen. There we go. Okay. And so the pink one is just a 4-block L that we can do in about the same amount of time. Okay, so it's just 2 blocks this way. You can, if you want to, try to figure out how to do the way to make it look like individual blocks, but it's a lot more work, and I recommend not. Okay, so we'll go, we still have dimension, yeah, this way, 1.5. And then it's the same thing over here. 0.75 and another, yeah, 1.5. No, wait. 1.5. There we go. Finish the sketch. Look at it from a corner. Extrude. Choose everything. Extrude it. 0.75. Green check. Change appearance. Right click. Edit appearance. And let's get a. How good is the mixer one? A little pinker. Let's do purpley. There we go. Did I mess up one of the dimensions on this? No, it looks fine. Okay, and I'll rename this. Please keep them named. Okay, new part studio. And it my particular, remember, just in case you're confused or forgot, this is my example. You don't need, you need to do your own design. But the gray one from the other sheet, or from my example, is just a small L extruded 2 blocks. And 0.75, and then another rectangle, which is actually a square. And finish sketch and extrude. Choose this and extrude it. Extrude it 0.75. And oh wait, no, it's not extrude 0.75. It's extrude 1.5 because it's 2 blocks. And then let's edit the appearance, and it's sort of a gray. We'll work for this and close that. Rename gray and new part studio. Okay, so if you have one that requires multiple extrusions, this is how in my particular case, there are 2 that require multiple extrusions. You do need to make sure that you do the add instead of new, I think it's called. This particular orange one is 3 blocks this way, and then 3 blocks this way where, again, it would be very easy to mess up. So I'm just going to make the 3 blocks in a row with a rectangle that looks like this. 2.25 by 0.75 and finish sketch, extrude this way, 0.75. Okay, so just to keep it less likely to confuse in this particular case, I'm actually going to just put the sketch here and have the extrusion or the sketch go that way so that it's less likely to mess up if I do it just sort of the way that it's built. Okay, so I'm going to put a sketch here and get a rectangle that goes this way just to make sure we're doing it correctly. And then once I have it started, I know what the dimensions are, which are 2.25 this way and 0.75 this way. And we're going to finish sketch and extrude, choose what we want, choose everything. And we want to make sure that it's on add so that it creates, it extends the same shape. And it's 0.75. There we go. Let's edit appearance, right click, edit appearance, and we want something orangish. And that's not a very good orange. It's more of a burnt sienna. Let's go something orangey. Can't I get a good color? This doesn't really matter. Okay. So there we go. That's orange. Let's rename it as such. And then my particular last one is this blue one, which is sort of a, not sort of, it is the 5 block 2 and 3 or 3 and 2, 5 block plus 1 sticking out of, I mean, I guess it's the bottom depending on how you're looking at it. And so let's take a look here. Let's do a sketch. And you don't have to start on the plane that corresponds from your design, but I think it's easier, less likely to make a mistake. And so we need 3 blocks this way or 3 by 1. And then another 2 blocks this way. 1.5 by 0.75. Finish sketch. And let's look at it like this. And we can extrude up or down. It doesn't matter. And we want it 0.75. Okay. And then here's the part you need to pay attention. The extra extension is underneath this tiny one or the one corner. So that means it is right here. So I'm going to put a sketch on this face and make a rectangle that's roughly in the right place just to make sure. And then we can dimension it correctly. Which it already gave us because I snapped it to a little bit there. Okay, and finish the sketch. Extrude, choose that, extrude 0.75. Hit OK. Take a look at it. You don't really need to turn off origin planes and points, but I don't think it's going to show up in the assembly if you don't, so it's fine. And then this one is, for me at least, is sort of this royal blue. And let's rename it. And that's it for making the part files going from your design into Onshape. And I'll get out the snap cubes right now if you think that'll help. You don't need to take 27 snap cubes. You can just handle 6 of them, because that's your largest piece, and make them one at a time. And that's it. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.